12%. Our closer says he's bullish on black gold. Says it's going to gush up some gains for you. Let's bring in Sound Planning Group CEO David Stryzewski. David, please tell us about oil really quick here, because the Russians really have made some big moves in the market.
Yeah, so oil is the one of the more important commodities that cause everything to work or not work. And so as we look at where we are today, we are very dependent on Saudi Arabia. We're very dependent on Russia. We've not done things like the Keystone Pipeline, which we're going forward here for the United States. We don't see oil going away. I mean, we're all for green technology. Those are some wonderful ideas and thoughts here. But ultimately, we believe that because of the lack of being able to go out and to, get new prospecting lands, to be able to go out and do the research there, that there's going to be a gap. There's going to be a leg. There's a hiccup in our supply chain as it relates to this. And so at the point in time that we need a lot more, or God forbid that there's a fire at a refinery or something like that, we're going to be seeing the price of some of these commodities go up very significantly. So
yeah, well,
that's my concern.
There's also the inflation concern. We're getting a read on PCE tomorrow. That's a big gauge for the Fed. Obviously, Jay Powell, there's like an 80% chance right now they're going to hike rates at the July meeting. How do you play defense in this environment?
Okay, so number one, I think that Powell's done. I don't think that they're going to be raising rates anymore. There's a lag effect that we've got to see ultimately come in here, Cheryl. There's three things we don't know about the market: when it's going to drop, how far it's going to drop, how long it's going to be down for. But this is the most anticipated recession. Now, inflation is this critical component right now that touches everybody. And so if you look at the average consumer, the middle class, they are actually struggling very significantly right now. So I think personal inflation is a more important number than PCE, but ultimately the Fed's given us this PCE number, and my personal opinion is that we're probably at a place that's going to be the lowest inflation, and from here I think we're actually going to see inflation go up, specifically relative to some of those commodity conversations that we just noted. Supply and demand is going to dictate a lot. Copper as an example, we've not done exploration for. We're going to see very inflationary prices as this new green technology continues to build momentum, but again, we've not kept up with on the supply side. But again, you look at the middle class family right now and what they're having to do with interest rates for mortgages. That's a big problem at 7%.
David, I agree with you. Yeah, David Stryzewski, thank you so much for being here. We've got the bells ringing right now. Dow and S&P on pace for their second